Hi friends, Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney and a guy who likes to make the law make sense on YouTube. Here's what we're discussing today. So let's look at the first witness that they put on in the Baldwin trial, who was the first arriving police officer. He is sort of a halting witness. It seems like he doesn't remember everything that happened. He is no longer working for the sheriff where he was at the time of this incident. He's now in a completely different position. And I think he's just really kind of awed by the fact that he's in a big high-profile case and he's having to testify, and he was the first guy on the scene. So let's take a listen.
Sir, state your name and spell your last name for the court record, please.
My name is Nicholas LaFleur. My last name is spelled Lefleur.
And how are you currently employed?
The City of Santa Fe Police Department.
And what do you do there?
Police officer.
How long have you been employed at the City of Santa Fe?
2 years.
Can everyone hear Officer LaFleur? Okay. And prior to working for the Santa Fe Police Department, did you work anywhere else?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you work?
The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Department.
And how long did you work at the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Department?
About 2 years.
Whoever trained him is probably very proud of him right now. He is answering only the question that's asked, and he's answering it in the shortest possible way. I always told witnesses that if you have to take a breath, you're talking too much, and I don't think we're going to have to worry about him talking too much. He seems to be focused on getting the shortest answer possible in on the questions.
And were you on duty on October 21st of 2021?
Yes.
Did you receive a dispatch call?
Yes.
Can you tell us what you received and what you did?
A call came in that there was someone shot at a movie set. Unclear who shot, how many were shot. I happened to be the closest person to the call and arrived on scene first.
So when you arrived on scene, when you say first, were there other law enforcement officers there?
No, not at the time when I got there.
Were there any other first responders present?
There was some fire personnel and what they called the scene medic for the movie set, I guess.
You said a scene medic?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you, let me ask you, when you receive a call for a shooting, what's your primary concern?
Priority life.
And what do you mean when you said priority life?
Make sure whoever needs help gets help and that the threat is stopped.
And when you arrived on the scene, and where was it?
Bonanza Creek movie set, I guess. It's quite a ways off the interstate.
Okay. And what county and state is that in?
Santa Fe County, state of Mexico.
Okay. So when you arrived there, give us an idea of what you saw. What was going on?
It was a big, old, like cowboy western themed, like city or town. There's a bunch of people running everywhere, bunch of cars, bunch of people pointing. When I got there, people were pointing towards a church, and I got out. And I attempted to grab my medical bag and went in and saw.
Hang on, I'm gonna stop you there. Approximately how many people were there on scene?
I don't have the direct number, but there was more than 100 people.
Have you ever been called to a shooting where there were 100 people already on scene?
No.
Did that present any specific challenges for you?
Yes.
Explain to us what those challenges were.
Just there's a lot of moving parts. Just got to take it one piece at a time, see who's hurt, make sure that one, that nobody's continually getting hurt, and then two, the person who's hurt, medical attention is being given to them, and then go from there.
Okay. And when you arrived on scene that day, were you running your body-worn camera?
Yes.
The state moves for the admission of State's Exhibit 4.
No further objections, Your Honor.
All right.
Looks like the meds are here at the gate. Tell them that I'll jump in over the Metropolitan.
Or do you want?
Sure, the monitor won't just come on?
He's got to get the adapter. Go get the adapter.
Okay. Officer LaFleur, do you want to turn around and just look at the monitor on the wall behind you?
It doesn't matter, ma'am.
Okay, let's do that.
You got your topic kit?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it out. Stupid new truck.
Are we inside with the PPMs?
Officer LaFleur, tell us what's going on in the video right now.
I'm looking for my other medic bag. I handed the individual a trauma pack for shooting, and I'm attempting to open one of the storage boxes in the back of the truck.
Who was the individual that you handed something to?
I believe it was a fire personnel that I followed in, a volunteer firefighter maybe.
And I thought I heard the word, is it BVM?
It's for CPR. It's a bag valve mask.
Bag valve
yeah,
mask.
BVM.
Okay, thank you.
'em. A seal?
Chest seal. It's designed to close up the hole in the
I got a
chest.
sterile glove and a packing gloves. Okay.
Over there? It's over there? Yep.
My hand is on it. Talking?
We're going to get you up in the second.
First you shot her?
She came in here and went across her chest.
And it came
Okay.
out the back and it went into the...
You want air flight?
Yeah, we got one in route.
Okay.
And what are you talking about there when you say air flight?
Helicopter that's designed to transport people that need advanced treatment faster than an ambulance. It's a helicopter that air paramedics basically.
Did you call for the helicopter, or did someone else do that? Do you know?
That individual said that they had already called one, but I called one for one as well.
You
on the
called
radio.
also?
Yes, ma'am.
And why did you feel that it was necessary to have a helicopter arrive?
Someone who was shot across the chest. We're quite a ways out for an ambulance to, in reference to where the hospital is. So,
And when you say you were quite a ways out, how far away is Bonanza Creek?
from a hospital, running lights and sirens, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or more.
Okay.
32 Santa Fe, one female shot in the chest, male shot in the stomach, requesting air flight.
Requested air flight.
I heard you there say male shot in the stomach. Is that what you said?
I'm not sure. I didn't really hear it.
Well, as you sit here today, do you recall where the other person was shot?
Somewhere in the chest
Okay,
or shoulder area.
thank you.
It's okay.
2432, how many people you have on scene there?
32, I got just identify medics.
As soon as we can get any request that information.
In your video, sir, can you identify who the set medic is?
It's a little blurry, but I believe it's this lady right. The one that's bent over with her blondish brown hair.
Is the monitor working now?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
Joe. Come on, Joe.
This monitor is working now.
Oh, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know how to touch it to put it? There you go. Thank you. I appreciate you. You can go ahead and remove that.
Oh, I don't know how to move it.
Can you show them how to remove it?
Oh, push on the menu button. Clear. And then there's a clear deal.
Okay.
And if it's in the way, just push menu.
Do you know who these other people are that are in the room?
No, I know that that person, and somebody over here, the battalion chief, they were wearing Santa Fe medic, county fire medic shirts. So, and they came in.
I should point out at this point that what's going on there on the floor is something I used to do. I was a combat medic in the Army, and I also worked on ambulances in the United States, and eventually became a registered respiratory therapist. I saw a lot of this in the hospital. Basically, what the medics are trying to do at this point is stop the bleeding and seal up the chest wounds. You stop the bleeding in order to basically allow there to be enough blood circulating to do some good, and you seal the chest wounds so that you don't have a sucking chest wound such that the patient can't be ventilated with oxygen. Now, it doesn't look like they have any oxygen, and of course, although they carry trauma kits, police officers don't usually carry oxygen in their units. So, and I don't think the firefighters probably have them either, although the medics might have them on their truck, I don't know. But that is the primary thing that they are attempting to do at this point. They're trying to stabilize this patient before they put her on a helicopter and send her to a tertiary care facility. It is a very difficult job. It's a very bloody job, and it's definitely something that I think for the most part, people who do it usually do it very well. There do seem to be some concerns in this case about how well things were done. In the opening statement, the prosecution said they weren't going to challenge any of the medical interventions.
Came in the vehicle in front of me.
You don't know who the other people are that are in the room?
I know the other person shot, and then Elena Hutchins, or I maybe misspelled her name or pronounced it, and then the other assistant director, and that's about it.
Okay. And you mentioned that there was a truck pulling in ahead of you.
It was a volunteer firefighter truck.
So did the first responders that we see here in this scene, did they arrive about the same time you did?
Yes.
.32 Santa Fe both approximately 140 pounds. Elderly male and young female. What do you need me? No. You want a BBM?
You want
This is us. Repeat your information. Are you flying her out? Yeah, she'll be there.
There's the oxygen tank. He's just now bringing it out. And that's a collapsible bag valve mask.
Tell us what you're doing now and why.
I looked over it and seen that they were getting the oxygen tank out. Noticed that they were using on a bag valve mask, which is more appropriate for that situation than the one that goes around their face. I'm just helping them, doing as much as I can to help.
So give us a little bit more information. What causes you to believe that the bag valve mask is more appropriate than the one that goes around your face? And when you say the one that goes around your face, what do you mean?
If the oxygen were to run out or they had to use manual breaths, they could use the bag. The other one is just something that's over their face.
Okay. And what made you think that the bag valve mask was more appropriate?
Nothing really. I just believe it's more. I don't know.
Officer LaFleur, are you trained in life-saving measures?
To an extent, yes.
Okay. Was it anything about your training that caused you to think that that would be more appropriate?
It's just what we've been trained with versus the one that was already on her.
Okay.
Gabby, can you just make sure nobody else comes in?
Yeah, we got air.
Do you have ears, ma'am? Do you have stethoscope?
Yes, they're in that bag. Right there at the top. Purple? Nope, at the top.
You can see she was awake at this point, still fighting.
Helena.
Is anybody allowed to go with her in the helicopter?
No.
Helena, deep breath. Deep breath, Helena. There you go. Deep breath. Deep breath, Helena. Deep breath.
Be okay.
Good girl.
There you go. Good girl. Deep breath.
I was behind you.
Doing okay. Entrance is here. Exit's back here.
Okay. You guys
Do you have another?
pack it?
No.
What do you guys need?
I just need another dog tag.
Dog tag?
Something for pressure. I'll take a big one.
This one?
No, this one's good.
This one?
No. Ab pad, do you have an ab pad?
Underneath the
Yeah.
shoulder blade.
I'm actually kind of glad they're just letting you listen instead of showing you what's going on, because it can be pretty intense what's
Not me
happening.
here, no.
Okay. Let me help him get the stretcher. Stretcher.
What are you doing now?
Just trying to stay busy, help clear the way for the stretcher. The ambulance is here.
Here's priority number one. Okay. Let's start clearing all this stuff out of here. We get everybody in here and get it out.
All right, we got air flight en route.
Not on me here. We can get it from the office. Helena? Hutchinson.
This is Helena Hutchinson. What side? On this side, Bobby.
Okay, we're gonna move.
Okay. So,
I got the air.
thank you. On the slide, did you get all that out? I'm not behind you guys. All right, so we're gonna need to get her going right away.
Officer LaFleur, have additional first responders now arrived?
Yes.
Can you give us an idea of who's on set assisting now?
So it looks like more paramedics have arrived, and Lieutenant Benavides is right there.
Okay, and do you mean this gentleman here
Yes,
that
ma'am.
my cursor's on? And who was Lieutenant Benavides?
He was our day shift lieutenant at the time.
Was he a supervisor?
Yes, ma'am.
You got it through and through on her. You went through and through on her, through the chest, and then you got one in the arm over there.
Everybody stop what they're doing right now. This is a crime scene. Okay, everybody stop.
Whose voice is that we're hearing?
Lieutenant Benavides.
Okay, roll it back. Roll over to the other side. See?
One, two, three.
Right, underneath, cool. Really good. Let's strap it down and let's get down there. Right, let's get good carry here, okay? You keep your eyes on me, keep looking at me.
Where's the Coast Guard? See the front of the Coast Guard?
You don't know where they're headed right now. Can you find out? Yeah. Go what side? Just start cover. All right, we got some stairs, guys. Couple stairs on the first step.
So what is your understanding about where Ms. Hutchins is being taken now?
Into the back of the ambulance.
And can you explain why is she going into the back of an ambulance rather than the helicopter?
The helicopter hasn't arrived yet, and my understanding is that they have additional medicines and equipment and measures they can take inside of an ambulance.
All right, thank you.
Disconnect there. You got it? Hey, can you take over that? You guys want to see Vincent? 32 Santa Fe. What's the ETA on the bird?
What did you just say?
I asked the ETA on the helicopter.
And who are you speaking to?
Santa Fe Dispatch.
Do you recall how they responded?
It's been a minute since I watched this video, so.
All right.
Oh, we got the bird right here.
Is the helicopter now arriving?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing now?
Appears I'm grabbing crime scene tape.
Why are you grabbing crime scene tape?
To start the crime scene. I don't know if anybody had told me to grab the tape yet, but I knew we needed to start one. So.
You felt that you needed to put up crime scene tape.
Yes, ma'am. Or somebody may have asked for it.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Or somebody may have asked me for it. I'm just not too sure.
Okay. And what's crime scene tape used for?
To mark the perimeter or the inner perimeter of essentially a crime scene which they want to tape off and only allow certain people in and out.
Okay. And was that an issue in this scene?
The crime scene?
Well, cordoning off the crime scene, was that an issue here?
Yeah, it was a unique situation because of the you can't really tie crime scene tape to nothing. So I think in one point they actually used our patrol units as to tie the tape around and go to the next one.
And why is it important to cordon that off?
Just for evidence purposes, allow only certain people in and out, because at this point we didn't know what was going on. So.
And were there people in that area that were not first responders?
Yes.
Approximately how many, if you recall?
I don't know. I couldn't give you a number really. There was just a lot of people on the outside, and that I hadn't seen originally inside the church. So
Okay, and did you know who those people were?
no.
Okay. Do you see this person here in the gray shirt?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that a first responder?
No.
So when the crime scene tape goes up, what happens to that person?
I can't recall.
Well-
I haven't watched the video yet.
Hypothetically, is that person allowed to stay inside the crime scene?
No.
Okay. Who are the people that are allowed to stay inside the tape?
Medical and for first responders.
Okay.
We need Chief. I'm radio in for my medical number.
Tell you guys, this was in the middle of a shot, and I have live ordnance on the ceiling up there. It's safe,
Okay.
but it is here, right above here.
Okay.
Right there. That's.
Okay.
And if you get to the point where you say you want me to move,
All right.
haul my guys.
Okay.
Where's the bird?
It's right here. Okay.
Second one on Bonanza Creek. Yeah, 4
What are you doing now?
I talked with the paramedics inside the ambulance, and they asked me where the helicopter was. I told them it was landing, and he asked them to bring the paramedics to them.
So you're bringing the paramedic from the helicopter to the ambulance?
Yes.
All right.
We got approximately 23-year-old female in the back of the ambulance right now. Gunshot underneath the right arm. Went through all the way to the back left. Can you carry this back, please, sir? I got it. You got it? This one's priority.
Guys, just get a couple IDs. They're not sure whether they're IOs or not.
Here, grab the IL stuff.
Can you open your eyes for me?
Yep, there.
I have to work on the IO and then come around. That's it.
If I could just have you guys just step over there for us, okay? Can I have you guys get over there for us? We're going to have to gather everybody up, get everybody's names, everybody who's on scene, okay?
What are you doing now?
Just trying to think what's next. I think I'm putting one of the pilot's headgear inside the ambulance on the other side of the door.
Why are you telling those people to move?
Just to start to gather people up because they're just standing around the church where the said incident happened.
Why didn't you do that when you initially got there?
Just went in and made sure that medical that people were receiving medical treatment, and then slowly go with the flow, see what it could do next.
Are you trained to take action to save lives before moving witnesses around?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, as you can see, this particular police officer is not, he's not very articulate. He's giving really short answers. He seems very timid about what he's doing. I think he's impressed by the fact that this is a really big trial. He doesn't want to say anything wrong, but it's also been a minute since this has all happened. So there are some things that he can't really account for. I'm sure that if they had taken his statement in the immediate time after this, you'd have a better recollection of what actually happened. But basically what his purpose is in this trial is to lay the foundation for the first police officer, what he saw, what he did, and what was going on. As you probably noticed during the part that you could see, Helena Hutchins is alive at this point, although she is very clearly critically injured. And they are trying to get her to medical help, but in order to do that, they have to first stabilize her on the ground before they get her into the helicopter. This is it's a very emotional period for all these people on the set, but it's also an emotional period for that police officer and for those first responders. So a lot of the testimony in this case is going to be somewhat emotional, and I think that the state appreciates that. And you can tell by Ms. Morrissey's rather timid approach and halting approach really to getting this information in, she is trying to get the best answers that she can. And in some cases, like in that last question, she's really feeding him the answer, it was your training, right? Well, yeah, it was my training. She's doing that, and the defense is letting her get away with it, even though it really shouldn't be, because it sounds like a leading question, what she's asking. That was the purpose of this particular witness. He basically is the set the stage witness, lay out what happened, show graphically what was going on and how badly wounded that person was, the fact that they needed a helicopter. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. As always, you can email me at the address above. And if you have the opportunity today, do something nice. Go out of your way. Buy somebody lunch. And then come on back tomorrow. Meet me down here at the beach. And we'll talk more about Alec Baldwin, I'm sure. If you like this video, here are a few others you might try, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a terrific day, guys.